I went out on this date last night, and when I got to her apartment, she was running late, so I sat on the couch for a little bit and watched TV, and when it was time to go, she wanted to give me the grand tour, show me her artwork and her collections and her stuff. And we're walking down the hallway by the kitchen, and there's this big metal filing cabinet. She nonchalantly kicked aside and told me that the bottom drawer contains her entire medical history of STDs. And that as of last month, the drawer has been filled to capacity. Then she told me that I could peruse the files if I so desired. I suddenly had an emergency and had to leave, and it wasn't a fake emergency or anything like that. I was completely truthful with the girl. I told her, look, I've been sitting on your couch for about a half hour, and I really need to go shower and burn my clothes. True story, and the perfect example of how the phrase, everyone loves a clown, does not pertain to me. Something just as weird happened a couple months ago. Worlds collided when my male and female stalkers both stormed the stage during one of my sets. Now, a couple of you I know were there live, you saw it in person. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I put it on YouTube. My username is Ripper the Clown Show. So after this particular show, my male and female stalkers got together. Now they're officially a couple. Now this has never happened before in the history of the world, and now I don't see either of them anymore because they're too busy stalking each other. And you know what? They couldn't even tell me about their little romance to my face. And I had to see their relationship thingy on Facebook. And truth be told, with them gone, I'm really kind of lonely, man. I mean, I'm really freaking lonely. So, if anyone here would like to stalk me, here's my itinerary for the evening. I'll be at the bar drinking until around 11. I plan on getting to the Spread Eagle strip club by midnight. You can ride with me if you'd like, but I guess I'd prefer if you follow me around clandestinely like my other stalkers did. Oh well, screw them! You're not the only ones to abandon me. Here's a little secret about Ripper the Clown. A few years ago, I was abducted by aliens. Unlike other abductees, however, I was only abducted once. And there's a reason for that. Even the aliens don't want to deal with Ripper the Clown on a regular basis. Why, you may ask? Well, because I'm a special snowflake, that's why. At the time of my abduction, I was living in Roswell, New Mexico, having just moved from Skinwalker Ranch. Late one night, I was playing Space Invaders, listening to UFO's first album, UFO 1, while E.T. played on my VCR. All of a sudden, the house illuminated. These little men walked inside. They looked like miniature aliens from the 1988 sci-fi classic They Live, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper. But unlike Roddy Piper, I was too bewildered to chew bubblegum and kick ass, even if I lacked the former to do the latter. Look, I was so shocked that I couldn't have chewed bubblegum and kicked ass if I had an entire case of Hubba Bubba bubblegum stuffed in my mouth and an endless supply of Roddy Piper coconuts, the kind he hit Jimmy Snook on the head with. The aliens took the joystick out of my hand, took the needle off the record, ejected E.T. from the VCR, and I was off. By the way, this is the bodybuilding pose that Arnold Schwarzenegger recommended to that puny wannabe in the fake documentary Pumping Iron. So anyway, I was up into the alien craft and blasting through space at 671 million miles per hour. Here's another secret about Ripper the Clown. I get car sick. I really get car sick. I get dizzy, my white skin turns green, I get queasy, and I vomit. And if I'm not in the front seat, I'll get car sick going 20 miles an hour down side roads. So guess what happened when he blasted away at the speed of light? It seems the aliens wanted to probe me and take various bodily fluids under their own control conditions. However, the last thing the aliens wanted was to have their 220-pound angry clown abductee projectile vomiting all over their spaceship. They probably weren't too happy with the explosive diarrhea either, which had nothing to do with motion sickness, but because I ate a questionable bean burrito for supper that night. Look, this was the shortest alien abduction in the secret ridicule history of alien abductions. I had no missing time because I was only gone 10 minutes. And none of this would have happened if they had just honored my request when I called shotgun. the aliens, at the speed of light, flew me back to my house and dropped me off. One of the aliens cursed me out in some strange language, angrily pointing at the mess I made, and then in English he told me, "You're no Roddy Piper," and they're off. Like a greased-up Arnold Schwarzenegger posing in front of a crowd that's cheering for him because he took steroids. So anyway, they were off, presumably to the nearest spaceship detailing shop to have everything cleaned and fumigated. The next day I called Bigfoot. He came over with some pizza and beer, and I told him about my abduction. Bigfoot actually called me a freaking liar, and that, my friends, pissed me off. I threw the greasy pizza box in his face, and I told him to get his hairy ass out of my house. Yeah, Bigfoot's a big jerk. He thinks he's so cool because no one knows he's alive. Plus, I think he's secretly a clownophobe. Anyway, after that abduction, the aliens never came back for me again. Much like on this planet, I have been blackballed. This time, however, I have been blackballed on an intergalactic level. Not even they want Ripper the Clown. I guess aliens are like people. They don't like me because I'm different. And now I hear in the news that the president wants to give all the illegal alien citizenship. Well, let me tell you something, America. If you give citizenship to the They Live aliens, you're all going to get probed. And I mean, you'll get probed and probed hard.
How dare you?
Repeatedly. Everyone but me and Rowdy Piper. Because Rowdy Piper is a gum-chewing, ass-kicking machine, and Ripper the Clown won't get probed because, once again, I must reiterate, I'm a special snowflake. And now you need to shoot me wildly, as if I'm Arnold on steroids. I'm Ripper the Clown, and hello, I must be going.